Alrighty, here we are on the Info Wars. Trump tells Bibi he might not reduce tariffs on Israel. We give you $4 billion a year. Well, let's get into it. Netanyahu did not get the quick or clear answer he was hoping for from President Trump during the meeting in the Oval Office. Netanyahu pledged Israel will move quickly to close the trade gap and reduce trade barriers with Washington. Israel can serve as a model for many countries who ought to do the same, the Israeli leader said, adding, I'm a free trade champion and free trade has to be fair. However, Trump indicated he might not reduce the tariffs on Israel. Well, I'm going to pop in a quick video and then we'll continue on.
Do you plan to reduce the tariffs that your government put on Israeli goods, 70%?
On where?
On Israeli goods, the 70%. Do you plan
Well,
to
we're
reduce
talking about a whole new trade. Maybe not. Maybe not. Don't forget, we help Israel a lot. You know, we give Israel $4 billion a year. That's a lot. Congratulations, by the way. That's pretty good. But we give Israel billions of dollars a year. Billions.
So, yeah, I agree with Trump on that. They shouldn't take the tariffs off because, like he said, $4 billion every year. Is the U.S. going to get that money back? I'm going to press X to doubt. So yeah, I think Trump should keep the tariffs on Israel, just so that they can get a little bit of their money back. And by a little, I mean minuscule, because again, according to Trump, every year Israel gets $4 billion, so it will be negligible, but at least it's something. I liked how Trump trolled Netanyahu as well. Netanyahu is just another leader who thinks he can go to the Oval Office and get whatever he wants. Before him, it was, what's his name? Zelensky. And of course, the EU isn't happy. They're not getting their way either. So, I can't wait to see Trump troll them. So, getting back to the article, he'll be the first foreign leader to meet President Trump in person in an effort to negotiate a deal to remove Trump's tariffs, which for Israel is a 17% rate. So yeah, 17%'s not too bad. I would maybe round it off to 20%. The result of a significant U.S. bilateral trade deficit. The article talks about how he had a convoy, met with some people, blah 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 blah. I don't think I need to talk about that. Another high agenda topic was the Gaza crisis. Currently, there are still 59 hostages still in Hamas and Islamic Jihad captivity. Yeah, that's not good. With many feared yeeted. Yeah, or even worse. Israel has controversially expanded the war and now has Rafah surrounded once again, and has ordered an evacuation of the civilian population. Hundreds of thousands have fled the southern Gaza City. Also, as basic necessities of life for the Palestinian population are running out, Netanyahu's office has further indicated that Israel-Turkey relations, the Iranian threat, and confronting the International Criminal Court will be on the agenda. So first off, Turkey. I don't really trust Turkey because didn't they back some kind of Syrian Islamic terrorist group that's now in charge of Syria? I think I made a video about that a couple days ago. And then the Iranian threat. Well, the Iranians will always be a threat. Too bad Saddam Hussein wasn't still in charge of Iraq, because I made a video about that a few days ago too. The Iranians and Saddam, Iraq, they hated each other. They even went to war with each other. In other words, the downfall of Saddam upset the balance of power in the Middle East, and now Iran's strutting around like a peacock. Now, as for this International Criminal Court, I guess they're going after Netanyahu for war crimes or whatever. I mean, yeah, civilians did get yeeted, but does Israel have a right to defend itself? Yes. So my question is, Why is the Gaza Strip still allowed to be there? I think I've said this a few times. What I would do is I would take the landmass of the Gaza Strip and give that landmass to the Palestinians up north, bordering Lebanon. That way they don't lose any land and they are next to a neighbor, the Lebanese or whatever they're called, and you just let them be a nation. That's the only way you'll solve this never-ending conflict. Because that's what this is to me. It's a never-ending conflict. As long as the Gaza Strip remains, there will always be conflict. If I'm not mistaken, it's every 3 or 4 years. So it's kind of hard for me to care because I know that in like 3 or 4 years, there's going to be another conflict. Well, anyway, that's it for my thoughts on this matter. Take care out there in Clown World.
Mein Leben